All right, today we're diving into something really special. It's a piece of wisdom from the classic text, Al Hikam, and well, it pretty much challenges everything we think we know about effort, reward, and our place in the grand scheme of things. Let's get right into it. So, right out of the gate, the text hits us with this mind-bending question. Seriously, just take a moment with that. How can your later request be the cause of his prior giving? It just doesn't compute, right? Our whole sense of cause and effect gets turned upside down. And that's the whole point. This very question is the key that's going to unlock this entire discussion. Okay, so to even begin to wrap our heads around this, we first have to look at let's call it our default setting, the way we usually think. We're going to call it the ego's logic, that simple kind of tit-for-tat transactional way we see the world. And this lays it out perfectly. Look at that left column. So familiar, isn't it? I asked, so I was given. I worked hard, so I deserved it. My action caused the results. It makes total logical sense in our day-to-day lives. But look at the other side. This deeper vision suggests something radically different, that the giving came first, the care was already there, and the real cause? It's something eternal, something way, way bigger than our little actions. This quote just nails it. It's basically saying, hey, these vast, eternal divine plans, you really think your small, fleeting action is the cause of them? It's a huge reality check. It challenges that subtle belief we all have that our prayers or our good deeds somehow force God's hand, like we're putting a coin in a cosmic vending machine. So that leads us to this first massive shift in how we see things. If my asking isn't the real cause, then what is? Well, the answer starts with this incredibly simple but totally game-changing idea. The giving came first. Just let this concept sink in for a second. God's giving is prior. It comes first. Think of it as the default state of reality. It's like the background radiation of the universe, a constant, steady flow of generosity that's underneath absolutely everything. And it gets much more personal. This isn't just some abstract idea. It's prior to your asking. Before you even knew you needed something, before the words even formed in your mind, that gift was already on its way to you. And then comes the mic drop. It's not just before you asked, it was there before you even existed. The care, the provision, the love that sustains you right now was set in motion before you were even a thought. So your prayer, it's not causing the gift, it's more like you're arriving at the station just as the train, which was always coming for you, pulls in. Now, this flows right into the next huge shift, and this one tackles something really deep inside us. That feeling that we have to earn things, that we have to be good enough to deserve care. This is all about a care that has absolutely nothing to do with merit. Wow, just read that. His care for you does not arise from you. That's a tough one for the ego to swallow, isn't it? It's not saying your actions don't matter, but that the source of the care for you isn't you. It wasn't your good deeds that flipped some divine switch. The switch was already on. And this is the perfect antidote for what you might call spiritual entitlement. You know that subtle feeling that if I pray enough or if I'm a good person, then God kind of owes me one? This wisdom just comes in and completely shatters that whole way of thinking. So what this does is it completely reframes the question we ask ourselves. We stop asking, what did I do to deserve this? And we start asking with total humility, wait a minute, what do I even have that wasn't a gift to begin with? Once you truly see it that way, everything changes. All right, I know what you're probably thinking. If it's all decided anyway, why should I even bother trying? And that's a fair question, a huge one. This next part tackles that head on. It's all about how our effort fits into the bigger picture of destiny. We get this incredible metaphor. Think of destiny as these massive, unbreachable walls. Now, our plans, our ambitions, our hustle, they're powerful, for sure, but they don't pierce the walls of destiny. They operate within those walls. Now, this is so important to get right. This is not a recipe for laziness. It's not saying, just sit back and do nothing. Not at all. It's a call to be truthful about our place in the universe. It's about letting go of the stress and anxiety of thinking you have to control every single outcome. It's actually incredibly freeing. So what do? It's this beautiful four-step dance. First, you strive. You give it your all with dignity. Second, you ask with total sincerity from your heart. Third, you act, you take responsibility for your part. And then, and this is the key, you trust. You let go of the outcome and trust the divine decree, knowing you did your part within that greater plan. And that brings us to the final part of this puzzle. And honestly, it's pretty sobering. The text says there are basically two ways we come to learn this truth, two different roads that, in the end, lead to the exact same home. This line is wow. It's one you don't forget. It lays out the choice with such stark clarity. You can turn back willingly by recognizing the gentle blessings, the graces all around you. Or you can be driven back in the chains of trial by hardship. And you can see the two paths laid out here. The path of grace, that's the beautiful one. It's learning through gratitude, seeing his kindness when things are good, and just willingly returning. And then there's the path of trial. That's when we're dragged back, kicking and screaming through loss, through hardship, through being broken. It's the lesson we get when we don't listen to the gentler whispers. But here's the final crucial twist. Those chains of trial, they aren't about punishment. It's not cosmic cruelty. From this perspective, it's a rescue mission. It's a severe kind of mercy, designed to shake you awake before you wander too far and get completely lost. And so, instead of a summary, we're going to end with this poignant prayer from the text itself, because it just says everything. It's a plea to be among those who learn through grace, to not have to wait for hardship to drag us to the door we should have reached willingly. And I think that leaves all of us with a pretty powerful question to reflect on, doesn't it? Which road are we choosing to walk on today?